The best part of having babe visiting is that you're always excited because you're going to see him, and everything that you have bottled up inside you, you can jump all over him.
Alright, this is not this is something else.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi Fibs. Hi guys.
Hi, babes.
I will say good morning because it's not a vlog. Hi guys, we are back with another sit down video. The title of this video, you should already know what we're going to talk about. If you guys been following us from the beginning, then you guys would have known that we are a Facebook success love story. Okay, that's what I like to call it, because we met on Facebook, and of course babe is from France. If you guys don't know what, I am from Jamaica. So of course, a long distance. So basically we're going to talk about being into a long distance relationship. For us, we're going to speak on our experience, what we went through, and how it all feels, and what we had to do throughout it all. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's give you a little backtrack story, but I'll also link our love story down below in the description box, so you guys can go and catch up and know exactly how we met. So I'm just gonna give you a little backstory that yes, we met on Facebook in 2011. Babe living in France and I am living in Jamaica. Just pause for a minute and think about where those two countries are. Long distance, right babe? Long distance. Thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away on two different sides of the world. No?
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of being long distance? Remind you, I met babe in 2011 and he came to Jamaica to see me 2 months later, but that trip, not even 2 months, a month and some weeks, but that trip was kind of sort of ish planned-ish. Before we met, it was just wasn't decided on which country he was supposed to go, but he ended up coming to Jamaica because we talk online and yada yada and all that. But like I said, the link will be down below in the description box. However, the hardest part of being in a long distance relationship for me was not having him to touch and to feel and to go on dates and all that. I swear I'm going to cry in this video. You guys should know me by now that I'm a crier. I pray God that I don't cry. But the hardest part for me was not having him around 24/7. I remember there are times where I would be in my house and my mom would be there with her other half, my sister would be there with hers, and my brother would be there with his, and I would literally just slowly exclude myself from the living room where everybody's gathering and go inside my room and bawl, just cry my eyes out, literally, because I'm saying, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? How am I having a relationship with a man who is so far away? and I can't have him around to touch and to feel and to kiss and to love on him and to all that. But I think what make it not so hard was the fact that we communicate a lot. Babe and I know each other's every move, and I think that's what makes us more comfortable in terms of when he's off to work, I know he's off to work. When he's off to lunch, and he's off to lunch. When he's back from work, and vice versa. It was the same thing for me. When I'm off to training, when I'm off to class, when I'm at home, when I'm at the toilet, we used to know each other every move. We used to talk on the phone we used to talk on the phone for hours on end. We used to talk on the phone every single night. Never go to bed each night without phone call. Never wake up without a phone call. Through the day without a phone call. And thank God for Skype. No?
Skype, yeah, Skype, that was Skype. At the time I remember this BBM, because actually it's more like WhatsApp. Actually people using more WhatsApp.
Yeah, but we weren't using WhatsApp then.
There was no WhatsApp at this time.
Right, I
it
used
was
to
more BBM, so it was more like text mess.
We used to use BBM a lot.
We used to
BBM and
call.
Skype.
When you said call, it was Skype, so it was mainly because the cost of the mainly was BBM or Skype.
Right. We really would have telephone conversation because it was really expensive to telephone, but Skype, we used to Skype call every night. Skype call in the days if we can, but it would be hard to communicate, to Skype call in the days during the week, but on weekend,
even in the week we used to
Skype call every night.
Every night you used to wake me up about 2-3, tell me, babe, I'm home.
True, the time difference. We were on different time zones. I was seven hours ahead, so babe used to have to wake up in the middle of the night.
I used to do the effort, not you.
What do you mean?
I wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but I didn't need to wake up in the middle of the night.
You didn't wake up in the middle of the night.
Because I didn't need to wake up in the middle of the night. No?
Not even in
because
the weekend.
You'd...
Not even in the weekend.
Okay. He's trying to make me feel guilty.
Because when I come back from, like, I'm going to work like 8 a.m. so it's night for her. And when I come back from
You mean
work,
early morning for me?
Yeah, like 2 a.m. so I call it night.
Right.
And when I come back from work, it's like 12 for her, so she's at work or she's at university, or so it's mainly when she finishes her day that I'm talking Skype. But when she finishes her day, it's like 1-2 a.m. for me. So she used to tell me, and I wake up and I spend like 1-2 hours on Skype, and I've worked the next day. That was, I don't know how I managed, because now I don't wake up in the night and I'm so tired, so I don't know how I used to manage.
You do it for love, honey.
Yeah.
You do it for love.
Maybe that's why I'm so tired right now.
Because all of that
time I didn't rest since.
Hilarious.
No, so that was the thing. That was more me wake up at the time because easier. And but it was phone, and that's the key, I think, is to
communicate
and to answer every time. If you are receiving the message and you say, okay, I'm not gonna answer,
delay response,
then you start to make the other thinking, or why the person not answering, or
what are you up to,
right. So once the communication,
very important,
is the key. You have to trust the other one, but the other one have to help you to trust him.
Right.
You don't trust to say, you need to trust me, but you call me, I don't pick up the phone, I call you 5 hours, but trust me. No, it's not working like this. You need to make the other one feel comfortable.
Right.
That's how it works.
So I think that's one of the things too with us, where we always say where we are, and the other one always know where the other one is, if that makes sense.
You don't necessarily disturbing the other one, like, okay,
right, if you're out, you're out.
Yeah, but
you
at
don't be
least
messaging
you don't,
when you're out and all that,
yeah.
but you actually know where the person is, so you feel okay where the person is. So I think that that's something that was good for us. Yeah, but another thing that was really hard with our long distance relationship is that babe used to come to Jamaica as often as he can, maybe like 2 times for the year.
Like 2 times
like
for the
2
year.
times for
And
the
you come
year.
once.
I would see him, and I would come to France 1 time for the year. And the hardest part, the best part of having babe visiting is that you're always excited because you're going to see him, and everything that you have bottled up inside you, you can jump all over him. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, the good thing about seeing him all the time is that it just feels brand new every single time. It doesn't matter how often he comes, it feels brand new. And the hardest part about having him coming was when he's to leave. And now I'm going to cry. When he's to leave me in Jamaica, every single time I take him to the airport, I would bawl my eyes out in the airport of everybody looking at me. And every single time I am to leave France and go home, I bawl, just non-stop crying. How about you? Tell me the hardest part.
That was when you leave is the hardest part. I remember most of the time it's me going in Jamaica, so at the airport you just like, it's hard, it's very hard, and then you have to leave, and once you leave, okay, like the first day it's hard, but after you just get busy, go back to work and all of this thing, and go back to normal time, I would say, like Skype and but I think for me the hardest moment was the first time you came to France, because I didn't know when I come back to Jamaica this time, and I never have this feeling, most of the time is me leave Jamaica, so I go back to France, and okay, in France I used to be alone and to do the things, okay, but having you with me like for full month, I think it was a month and a half the first time, and after is you left, and is me go back, like, but not the same, when you used to do things at 2 and you go back to these places, that's when the reality hits
memories.
You used to take the transportation together, and now you're taking, and you're alone, and that's when you.
And when you go in the house.
Yeah, when I was going Jamaica,
It was
in
the
Jamaica,
same
I was
for me.
with her, but when I go back in France and all of the things I get used to, I don't see her by my side because she never been here. So it's when she left and she was doing the things, and then when you come back home the night, she leave the morning, and when the night you come back home, and damn, you're alone. You're alone. It's not like if I was in Jamaica and I come here, I always been alone in the house, but now I wasn't alone. Alone. That's the harder part, is the missing, when you get used to the person, when you used to the things and go back to the same place, but you're alone. That's hard. That's hard. That was the harder part.
Yeah.
But like I say, communication was the key.
Right.
Really good advice.
Right.
Communication. That can work. Long distance is not necessarily a fail. That can work, but communication. You have to trust the other one, but not only like a blind trust. You have to help the other one to trust you. It's not because you're not with the person that you're not supposed to make her your priority. If she's your priority, or if he is your priority, you need to do like if the person is here. It's like, okay, you're talking to this person 1, 2, 3 hours per day. you come back home from work and you know she's here. It's not like, okay, every time you're gonna say, oh well, she can wait, or
Right.
no, she's there.
Right. You need to do everything to
Right.
make the person feel comfortable in any situation whatsoever. And another thing that used to make me feel okay back home was the fact that babe always take me teddy bears when he's coming. So I used to sleep with my teddy bears, and I kept some of his shirts, and I used to sleep in his shirts. I used to wear his shirts every single night. That way I feel like he's with me somewhat. So that's something that makes me feel okay a little bit when he was away from me.
Advice number 2.
That's something you guys can also do here in a long distance relationship.
Also, going to the place, it's like we were distant, but like 3 times
we visited
it's
as
not like
often as,
as often as we can. The good
visited
thing is
as
we
often
were
as possible.
we were student. Well, I was student, you were student.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, as a student, you have a lot of day off.
Right.
So whenever I'm going to Jamaica, maybe like
babe's always
2, 3, 4
visiting.
weeks. So
Right.
yeah, that was.
And you know, when the hardest part is that you can't go on dates when he's not there, and you just can't do certain things when he's not there.
But
it's hard.
You
But
have to live like if you're in a couple. You don't.
Right.
You live like if the person is with you. I mean, you. There's things that when you're in a relationship you don't do, like dancing a certain way, going to club, or all of these things. I mean, it's not because the other one not with you, I mean physically with you, that you going to do like if you're single. You're not single.
Like,
you have to
I don't cut you, but when we just started talking, I personally had to make some changes in terms of cultural things or some things that I used to do, and we had to communicate to adjust certain things to make him comfortable. And if you really love the person and you understand the point of view and you know that you're in this for the long run, then you won't have a problem making adjustment, and you won't have a problem adjusting certain things to make your relationship work. And I didn't have a problem in adjusting. Like, for example, I can address this head on and let you guys know that as a Jamaican, you guys know that we dance, and we dance crazy, and the way that we dance can be really crazy in terms of grinding on each other as a male and a female. And when babe and I start talking, I was a party girl. I used to go to every party. Melissa was the headline of every party that keeps, and I had to, I wouldn't say I stopped going to parties. I slowly stopped after a while, but I had to stop dancing with males the way I used to dance with males when I go to party, to make babe feel comfortable, not grinding and doing all this grinding on other male that I would normally do. So you have to adjust. You have to make sacrifices. That's the word. You have to make sacrifices. You have to trust. You have to communicate, and you have to make each other feel very comfortable no matter what the situation is. And if that wasn't the case for us, then I don't think 5-6 years later we would be married and be here right now. Right?
Yeah, you can. It's a long process.
It is, and no matter what, you have to. When you're in a long distance relationship, you can't make your imagination control you. You need to stop 2 things that you also need to do when you're in a long distance relationship. You need to stop stalk each other's social media. That will drive you crazy, because one will post something and the other one will think, what is she talking about? What does she mean by this? Yada yada yada. Stop stalk each other social media. It doesn't work because your imagination will drive you nuts. Next thing you need to understand is that what your friends around you are doing, you can't always do it. Places that your friends go, you can't always go because your relationship is completely different from other people's relationship.
Two things: if you know when you're gonna come back or when you're gonna see each other again,
then it makes it easier. But when
every
you
time
don't
we left,
know,
except the last time, we don't know when to come back. So you don't know if you're gonna see the other again, or you don't know anything. So that wasn't easy.
And the hardest thing too is that when we always visit each other, we never have a short trip in terms of it's always 3 weeks to a month. So you kind of bond with the person closer when the person is with you. You go all these places, you create all these memories within this short time, and then to watch a person leave and don't know when you're going to see that person again physically, to touch, feel, and you know, it's hard. Honestly, sometimes I just want to touch him and to just but you just can't. You just have to watch him through a screen and know that, hey, it is what it is, and you put yourself in this situation because you honestly love the person, and you can only do this out of love. If you don't love the person, it honestly will not work. There's no way it's going to work if you don't love the person. So that's our little experience on our long distance relationship. If you have any video request for us, comment down below in the description. Comment down below in the comment section and let us know which video you guys would really like to see us talk about, and we'll be happy to do them for you guys. Hopefully you guys get something from this long distance video, and don't be afraid, you guys. Do not be afraid to go in a long distance relationship. If you're in it for the good reason, it can be done. Worth it, like we say. All right, you guys, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, catch up and keep up with us, and we'll see you guys